Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Taiko World Cup 2026 round of 16. We have the United States versus the United Kingdom. I'm Dryad X, and I'm joined by Sparks for today's match.
Hello, I am back as a guest caster, and I'm looking forward to this match.
Yeah, I know this matchup has been a pretty hype one in years past. I remember being there for the second, third place match between these two teams, and I'm completely blanking if that was the last year or 2 years ago. Time flies with this tournament, but if we can get something similar to the hype of that, then we're certainly in for a good match today.
Yeah, these are two very strong teams, two very well-known teams. I'm pretty sure most people watching this know basically every player on both of these teams and their skill sets, so this will be very exciting to watch.
Yeah, I know a lot of these players. Like if you're just scrolling through Song Select and you have global rankings on, you'll see a lot of these players near the top of the list for most charts. So
Yeah.
they're very noticeable, very notable players all in their own right. But it looks like we have US winning the role against the UK. So Nomad 3 being the first ban.
And also DT2.
It looks like we're big haters of speed today.
Yeah, fastest map remaining is that No Mod 1 at 240, which I guess is not that fast considering these players.
For sure. It'll be very interesting to see what the US picks for their first song. I know in years past, the US has been an extremely strong technical team. So at least back then, Nomad 2 would be a very easy selection. But
Oh yeah, their
with
mechanics are very stupidly good.
yeah, with a couple different players, at least to my knowledge in this team, maybe we'll see a different direction. Fremod 2 will be the selection.
Interesting. More on the reading heavy side. Probably the hardest to read map in the pool with Hidden Hard Rock, which I'm assuming they're all gonna go for.
Yeah, with teams like this, with it still only being round of 16, you generally expect to see 8 mod across the board. But who knows, maybe we'll see 7.
Maybe this does go up very high in terms of scroll speed with Hard Rock, so I'm expecting a bunch of these high SV players like Over the Hedge and Spanner Dude to jump in for this.
Looks like we're just waiting on getting our team members in.
And we have, I think, Mr. CB coming in for this one. I believe that's Clarion making their TWC debut.
Always a bit. I don't know if rough is the right term, but some of these name changes really mess with me. Especially if someone like me who comes in about the time that TWC starts and doesn't catch the name changes.
Yeah, it's like, who
They're
are all
hard
of
to
these
remember
people?
who is who. I don't remember it was TWC, but I know there was a team once that changed all of their names to some variant of My Angel, and that was an experience.
Oh yeah, don't look at Team New Zealand's names this year. They're all some variant of Zealand. But anyway, getting into it now, we do see 8 mods.
Yeah, not too surprising. Spanner Dude being the first to drop some accuracy over to Hedge, just behind, but it's early, so it's not that big of a deal just yet.
Oh, miss from Spanner Dude though. And that could already be a huge detriment to them because, I mean, the United States is a very strong team. They could just double full combo this.
You're only a quarter through, but M-Biscuit picks up a miss, so
Never mind.
1 miss apiece. And M-Biscuit missed just after the combo tap, so could see that lead getting a lot closer.
It does seem like USA has the accuracy lead by a little bit for now, just off that Spanner Dude 98. But it is close. Only 7,000 points difference.
This chart is much longer than anything we've seen in the previous pools. I know most of the charts in the previous pool were 2 minutes or less, and this one being almost 3 is a very big jump in length, though admittedly neither of these teams played in that pool. But
And a two-way miss from USA. Full team
Yeah.
reset. That's
We'll
gonna
have the lead switch over.
Switch the lead, yeah. And more misses from M-Biscuit. Maybe some first map nerves coming in, but coming up on the ending here, there's not too much left. This is the hardest pattern, and they all hit it.
coming to the ending now, 40k is about the lead for the UK. This will be a break point if it goes over to the UK.
And over the hedge, holding on. With Stellarak as well, and with those finishers, that's the map.
Yeah, so a break point over to the UK to start off this match is huge for them. The FC from Over to Hedge coming through 13 100s. Best accuracy in the lobby, even with no misses, is certainly something you want to see if you're a UK fan.
And they definitely needed that to match that Mr. CB play on the other side.
14 100s from both US players, but 12 and 2 misses respectively for M-Biscuit and Mr. CB. Certainly make up a large amount of that score difference.
And that was a break point, right off the bat. So already UK showing that they can hang with the US on
For sure.
this pool.
And since we're only in round of 16, best of 9, so one break point is a huge deal.
Yeah, the US have to try to get that back as soon as possible, or it's not looking good.
Hard Rock 1 being the selection from the UK, which is not surprising. I feel there's a lot of really good Hard Rock players from the UK.
Yeah. Especially that man in the top right, over the
Oh,
hedge.
for sure.
We just saw him get 1300s on Hard Rock and Hidden, so take that Hidden away and who knows what he can do on this.
But the US also known for having some pretty insane Hard Rock players. But we'll see if they're able to compete.
For sure. We see 13 Stairs coming in, formerly Silver Tyrant. I don't know if he ever made it to 1 digit, but he was up there.
Certainly
in the
got
rankings.
close.
So he's definitely not going to have any trouble reading anything in this pool.
Here we go. The first pick for the UK, Hard Rock 1. At least so far, OD 9.1 is not the worst for a Hard Rock 1. Still, I mean, I would say fairly low in OD, but let's be real here. The differences at this point aren't very much, they aren't very big between 9.1 and 9.8.
Yeah. This map also has, ooh, hang on, over the edge, early miss. Very uncharacteristic. But because it was so early, it's not gonna hurt too much.
Yeah, it seems the UK having a bit of issues with finding a miss in the first 10 seconds of the chart. But
yeah,
better the first 10 seconds than the last 10.
Get it out of the way early.
Ooh,
oh,
another
okay.
miss.
That's less
On the side
early.
of the UK.
And this
Both
is
of them were
honestly one
pretty
of the
isolated
easier,
misses.
one of the easier parts of the map. So I hope they can hold on for some of the 1/3s coming up later on. And the US had the same accuracy for quite a long time there. Very good team synergy. Alright, coming up on the end. Quite a short map.
And the US does hold that lead. 7 100s from both US players, giving them a breakpoint over the UK and setting us to 1-1. It's like the breakpoints didn't even happen.
Yep. Nothing happened. The match starts now.
Yeah, the UK actually with less 100s than the US team, but those misses just being all the difference, that 33k difference, just from the two misses.
Yeah, unfortunate, but that's just how it goes sometimes when you have to focus on getting very good at. Sometimes you flip up and find a miss instead. Alright, let's see what the US will pick next. They went for a very reading heavy one. And
T1.
now they go for DT1. Not as difficult to read. Maybe just trying to out-act them.
Yeah, perhaps. I feel DT1 and the Hard Rock one we just played kind of do have a similar feel in that it's... Oh, I don't want to say offbeats necessarily, but just kind of has that rushed feeling. That's at least what I got from the Hard Rock one we just played.
Yeah.
Just small, weird gaps between notes that can be really hard to hit accurately. And when we're dealing with DT accuracy, that can be magnified greatly.
And we see RJ coming in for Mr. CB. A lot of player swaps for the US. They have an incredibly deep roster that can cover everything.
Yeah, especially when you get to these higher ranked teams. That tends to be what you start seeing. Kind of really can't predict who exactly is coming out for any given map because they can all do it. It's just a matter of which one of them can do it better.
This also being kind of an old map. It was edited for TWC, but if you've been around the game for a while, you might have played this in the ranked section. So maybe some familiarity there.
Yeah. And certainly, at least I would say, a pretty popular artist for this game.
Hmm.
At the very least, very recognizable by most people. 207 BPM with GT being this chart, which it could be worse, it could be a lot faster, but with the patterns that we're likely to see, it's certainly not going to be the easiest thing ever.
Oh yeah, bunch of 1-4 doubles and 1-6 in streams. Like right there. And also some 1/3 as well, but nobody's struggling at all.
RJ having pretty, like, a lot lower accuracy than the other players in the lobby right now, but we'll see if that can climb back up.
Yeah, coming out of that intro is a bit rough to hold hack, especially over the 99. But they're gonna be building it up here and coming up to those 1-6 again, which they're
Over the
just
hedge
hitting.
dropped the double S, but only picking up, I think, 1 or 2 100s. Halfway through, and the lead is still quite close, though it is in favor of the UK right now.
Couple of act drops coming in from the UK though on this slower section. Some more 1-6, nobody misses.
Overhead misses
the
right after.
1/3. 1/3 into 1-6 triple. Catches over the hedge off guard.
Coming into the break now, we have 17k the lead for the US.
And they can see it. That's never a good feeling to come into the break and see you're the only one who missed. But there's still hope. The US could still miss.
Yeah, the lead is not very large, so a miss could still spell doom.
But they have been holding on very strong this match.
And indeed, they
There it
do
is.
hold on.
And finally, somebody wins their pick.
Hey, it only took 3 maps. I've seen worse. I think I've personally been a part of matches where the only thing that's not a breakpoint is tiebreaker.
Yeah, sometimes you never win your picks.
When everybody involved just doesn't know what they're picking and they just consistently whiff over and over. Happens. But no mod 2 being the selection from the UK.
Yeah, from the UK, which is interesting. This map, I would say, is pretty similar to the qualifiers No Mod 2, which, looking at it now, the US and UK only had a 10-point difference on.
Oh. Yeah, that's not very much.
So, it might be a close one, this one.
Yeah, it very well could be. But if the UK certainly looking to win at this pick, if they don't, they're down 3-1, which is definitely not where you want to be. But the US has been a team in the past known for their tech ability.
Yeah. Also an Osu original, always very nice to see. But starting this map off, everybody holding the double S. No bursts yet, but as we go into this tech section, we might see things change.
Banner Dude being the first 100.
The US just holding on to that two-way double S. Even through those low SV streams. No! Aurora, no!
Aurora picking up a lot of 100s, and with 13 stairs, a couple as well, we do actually see the lead switch over to the side of the UK for a moment. I think that's just one 100. Yeah, there's just one 100 difference, I'm pretty sure, between the two. It's 13 stairs and Spanner Dude.
Yeah. Alright. One of the, I would say, slightly more comfortable sections in terms of patterning. Just a bunch of 1-6 quads.
We're already almost at the end of the chart, and the lead is extremely close.
Okay, this is a section to watch out for, though. All these wacky snaps. Could be a lot of act drops. Could change some things. Oh, but it's the UK that's going to be dropping accuracy on it.
And that does give another breakpoint over to the side of the US.
Yeah, unfortunate.
500
Everybody getting
difference.
900s, except for 13 stairs.
Okay.
And as you said
I wonder what we'll
earlier,
be seeing next.
down 3-1 is not the best position to be in. And it is US pick.
US only needing one more point to at least guarantee tiebreaker, and they have 2 picks left. So yeah, at this point the US doesn't need any more breakpoints to secure their victory. But Fremod 1 will be the selection. Maybe a little interesting to pick Fremod 1 after what happened on Fremod 2, but maybe that was just a happy little accident.
Yeah. Fremod 1 definitely being way more comfortable to read than Fremod 2. But we have still seen people miss on it. Mostly due to nerves, but it can always happen. But this might be an act battle.
And considering over the hedge saying that it will not be a surprise to nobody for what the modding will be, I imagine we're going to see mods as per usual.
Yeah, definitely an 8 mod coming up here. I mean, if they all 8 modded Fremod 2,
Yeah.
this should be no problem.
HDHR pool.
It'd really be like that in round of 16. Oh. Was that over the hedge disconnecting there? I think it was an early... Probably left the lobby because something was wrong. There might be an abort here.
Saying he got booted.
Yeah, happened in the first 30 seconds of the map, so we will be restarting it. Bancho just did not want him to play.
Hello? It's Overhead seemed to try to take my internet with them too, but I think we're back.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Alright, I think we're all good. Just a little technical issues for some of us, but I think we're all back, and we're all about to head back into Free Mod 1.
Tactical shaking off the nerves. Or maybe increasing them.
That would definitely increase mine.
It does look like we're good for now. There's a 200,000 point lead. Why does Spanner Dude have 300,000 points?
Also up 300 combo.
Oh, okay, well
But there it goes.
Spanner Dude might need to be tested after that one.
I've seen the score bar mess up before. I haven't seen the in-game combo mess up though.
Okay, but already quite a few act drops from mostly the UK side, not what you would have expected.
Spanner Dude struggling to get up to that 99 accuracy.
Hitting quite early as well.
Yeah, I feel hitting early tends to be one of the main issues you'll have if you're playing not extremely fast hidden.
Yeah.
So 22,000 the lead for the US right now.
Yeah, and with that accuracy lead, the US could even afford a miss here. It's not like there's a mod advantage or anything. Right, everybody hitting the 3-4, nobody getting tripped up.
Only a quarter of the map left.
And yeah, everybody's act pretty much matching except for Spanner Dude, who hit those early 100s. Has kind of stabilized now, but it's just too late. I don't think we'll be seeing any misses on this.
Couple act drops at the end, but couple act drops isn't going to mean much when you're already leading by that much. So we see the US get to match point off of their pick, Free Mod 1.
Yeah, that's very scary if you're the UK in this position. 4-way Hidden Hard Rock FC is pretty cool though.
Yeah, just the unfortunate act drops from Spanner Dude in the early parts of the map really being the major difference maker for the US.
So the UK now needs to win their next 2 picks as well as a breakpoint if they want to get to tiebreaker, which is a tall order against the United States. But it's round of 16, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Oh, and Nerves of Steel going for no mod 1.
Yeah. This may just be personal preference. I do not like picking no mod 1 on match point.
I don't like picking no mod 1 in general.
That's
It's very
also
stressful.
true. I don't like picking no mod 1 either.
I know Over the Hedge really likes this map, and I think the UK in general has a very good consistency lineup, and I mean the United States doesn't generally double S in these kind of pools. They get very close, but
For sure.
maybe they're just hoping the UK are hoping to just purely outact them through consistency here.
Yeah, it's certainly not a bad game plan. We do see Nathaniel coming in for the UK. I believe this is the first map they've played this match.
Yeah. This map also has a lot of finishers. So the US going with a full bongo lineup. Oh my
13
goodness.
Stairs having a big trouble with the intro.
That, honestly, I mean, in this kind of matchup, that could already be it, but Nathaniel also hitting a lot of hundreds to start this off, bringing it much closer than it would have otherwise been.
It does please me to see that no matter the rhythm game, the beginning of this song is always impossible for everyone.
Oh yeah, especially on No Mod 1. It's just No Mod 1, it's easy, right, guys?
Yeah, it's definitely not like one of the higher start rating in the pool.
Alright, a little bit of a more comfortable section here, though.
Yeah,
Just a bunch of...
everyone's stabilized after the intro.
Yeah. Somehow, despite everything that happened, the lead is only 5k in UK's favor.
This is pretty fast for a no mod 1, in all honesty. 240 this really is much faster than generally you see for these comfortable charts.
It is the fastest map remaining in the pool after they banned the other two speed maps. Some more consistency here. I think coming up soon might be the 1/3 switch up, where it switches between 1/3 and 1/4 a bunch. Oh, also these finishers. Easy to trip up on, but not for these players, I guess. All the 3-4 finishers. Over the hedge, hitting a couple of hundreds. Nothing too major, though.
Lead shrinking a bit.
Yeah.
Getting really close.
Nathaniel
Down to
hitting
the
a
very
couple,
end.
hitting a couple hundreds on that long stream. And it is match point, so if the UK lose this, they lose the match. And here's the 1/3 intertwined. Oh, more hundreds.
It's getting really close.
Oh, it's really close. And the ending.
But
And
the
they
UK
take it.
does hold on, getting down to just a couple hundred points difference there near the end. but they do manage to keep a hold of that lead. Those misses from 13 stairs in the beginning really genuinely being the difference.
Yeah. And man, it felt like they were hitting so many hundreds when I was watching them, but then I look at the scores and it's just like 7, 11, like that's the highest 100 count.
Yeah, after the first 4 seconds, everybody really locked in.
And they needed to.
Yeah, in a do or die situation, they do manage to hold on. But now they have to get a break point off of the US if they want to keep their tiebreaker dreams alive.
Yeah, that entire middle of the map will still open from Mod 3 to Hard Rock 2.
Yeah, they hate single mods apparently, but the US will have their final selection be Hard Rock 2.
Hard Rock 2. I think so. I know that the United States are very good at Hard Rock 2. Over the Hedge as well. I'm not sure who the second player for the UK is for Fast Hard Rock. Maybe it's Horizon?
That would appear to be the case. Okay, here we go. Still, this could be the UK's final chance to stay in this match, get the tiebreaker. But at least on the bright side, if they can manage this, then they'll have the final pick to get them the tiebreaker.
Yeah, nobody missing on the intro 1-6. Horizon with a couple of act drops though. In this map, 200 BPM, it doesn't have very complicated rhythms, and the patterns are mostly comfortable. Some of the longer streams do have some nasty offhands that if you're not comfortable with the scroll speed, which is like 210 or 220, then you might have some misreading there.
Yeah, we're still in a fairly comfortable range, I would say, for these players, but it can catch you off guard, especially with nerves.
The patterns in this section go a little more unorthodox, with a couple of bursts sprinkled in as well, but all players seem to hit them, as well as the 1-6 there.
But Mr. CB finds a miss. So the lead does switch over to the side of the UK, though not by much.
Oh, they gotta hold on here. This is the highest.
Ooh, another miss.
And these are the streams I was talking about before.
The saving grace for the US is that Mr. CB did not drop much accuracy with those misses. I think it was mostly just the misses themselves.
Yeah, still 99.7. But that is a huge lead. And honestly, not that much left in this map. There is one long stream towards the end with a 1-6 in it, which is the last chance for the United States. And I don't want to speak of the top right corner of the screen, but there is something happening. And here's that long stream. Oh, everyone holds on.
And Over the Hedge does hold on to that double S. And with those misses from Miss CB, the UK does take the breakpoint they need off of the US.
What a clutch performance from Over the Hedge. The double S when it mattered. And Mr. CB, those misses were really
Yeah.
what made the difference.
Yeah, the US overall having much better accuracy because due to Horizon getting 21 100s, but those two misses being all the difference.
And they got that breakpoint, so now it's all up to them to make their last pick count and bring it to tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Hidden pool is still entirely open, as well as the rest of the nomads.
Our options are hidden and nomads 4 and 5.
All of these are very scary remaining picks. Nomad 4 being SD, Nomad 5 long streams, and then Hidden being Hidden.
UK calling for a timeout, maybe to calm down after that. But certainly when it's this far into the game, you kind of start to have issues knowing what to pick. Whether it's because you didn't think you'd make it this far, or you didn't want to think that you'd make it this far.
Yeah. Also, all of these remaining maps weren't really present, like this kind of skill wasn't really present in qualifiers, which is the only thing that the UK have to go off on for the United States skill set. So this might be a real shot in the dark for them.
Yeah, usually when you get this late, it definitely is. I tend to say this whenever we get to late game stages like this, but generally, if I'm at a point like this where so little of the pool is, I just start trying to think, what is my opponent bad at, rather than what I'm good at.
Yeah. And with the United States, that's a very
Certainly a
difficult
big
question
ask.
to answer.
Nomad 5 will be the selection. So
Another-
they're gonna continue to play the nerves game.
Yeah, basically Nomad 1, number 2.
I think it's kind of funny that this artist's name is presumably just keyboard spam, and then they made a song, but the song name is still an actual word.
How's the song name pronounced? Oh, I got you. It's Pneumono Ultra Microscopic Silico Volcani Canoconio, and then I can't read the rest, unfortunately.
It's volcanoconiosis.
That one.
I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, it is a sort of lung condition that can arise from inhaling volcanic particles.
Yeah, which happens like all the time, which is why you need that word.
Yeah.
And then the difficulty has hippopo in it, which reminds me of the word that's like the phobia of large words, which is just a large word.
I'm not gonna lie, I saw it, and the first thing I thought is the really, really long town name that I'm blanking on where it is. I think it ends in like Popovich or something like that. The one video of the newscaster absolutely nailing it.
And then the artist name, we'll just call them Zavlig. It is a very long acronym for something that should not be said on stream. But anyway, getting into it now. Nomod 5, 210 BPM streams.
RJ picking up an early miss, but Nathaniel does as well.
Okay.
So RJ getting the less bad of the miss chain. So 8,000 points already to the side of the US.
Yeah, down to 95% for Nathaniel. But that's just the nature of the stream map. This can happen at any point. But it is most likely at the start. Also a lot of monos in this map. 13 Stairs being a bongo play, but also being like almost one digit, so I don't think it matters.
Yeah, for someone of their caliber, 210 BPM shouldn't be that big of a problem.
Also a lot of finishers, not to be underestimated. And here's one of the harder streams to read. And they are tough as nails. I think everybody double S-ing that.
I believe you're correct.
Well, speaking of double S's, this section might drop some of them, maybe. Yeah, unfortunate.
There's one.
Thirteen Stairs too good though.
So far, it seemed like the big difference is just Nathaniel getting the worst end of the misses at the beginning.
Here's another really long stream though. And a repeat of the intro. I believe there's only one really long stream left, so the UK are running out of time. And here we go. The last chance for the UK to take the point, or will the US bring it home? It's only 7,000 points, but that's enough.
The US holding on.
And the US wins 5-3 against the UK with that double S from 13 Stairs to cap it off.
Only 2 100s from over the hedge. Still very, very impressive too.
Yeah, it was just those nerves for Nomod 5. You need them.
Yeah. But certainly a very close match.
And yeah, that will knock United Kingdom into the losers bracket.
Yeah, it's not the end of the road for them just yet.
And they are definitely going to be a scary team down there.
Yeah. But looking forward to the next couple matches we have coming up. In just about 10 minutes, we have, I believe this is Brazil versus Finland, if I'm reading the schedule correctly.
Yeah.
But that'll be the last match of today if you're going by UTC. And 7 hours after that will be another match. And I'm terrible at reading country codes, so forgive me if I'm wrong. I think it's Chile versus New Zealand.
Yep, that's right. I'm in
Let's
that one.
go.
I'm so scared. US also have secured themselves a spot against South Korea next week in the winners bracket.
Oh boy.
So that will be
Be a very
seed
exciting
4
one.
versus 5. But that's going to cap it off for us for this match.
Yeah. Don't got. You at least get. You guys won't be left in silence for too long. As I said, just a couple minutes now to our next match. But I believe that's all from both of us for today.
Yep. So
See you all
thank
tomorrow.
you all for watching. And till then.
Now that you are ready for your second lesson, let us look back and see what were the most important things you have learned from your